My name is Jonathan Parks, and welcome to Jonathan's Nature Crafts. I must inform you that I do not live in this house by myself, but live here with other people. Sometimes other members of the household may have to walk through areas where I might be recording with other family members on the phone. If you hear any noise like that, please feel free to disregard. We are doing our best to get noise canceling equipment, which may at least keep you from hearing exactly what is being said. Thank you for considering. Well, I would just like to say that as I got on my YouTube, there was probably a little stuff I noticed, and I got on there to upload my last video, and while I was on there, just noticed that, to begin with, a lot of stuff has been going on in politics these past few months here in the United States with, just all that's been going on, and couldn't really get in all the details with you because, after all, this is not a political channel. This is kind of a woodworking channel, or wood carving, or crafts, or art, I say. So, that's kind of why we're not going to get on that. So, you can check it out for yourself. And I say that while I'm at it, I'll come down here and kind of catch up little works to come about on these little squirrelies here. And I think by now a lot of this super glue we've used has pretty much dried up and taken its toll and care on things. And I say just like what the work is coming down to, oh, and with just a little time we come down here to remove a little bit from the nose and all, and how we kind of take a little work as it comes in with each little step we take or do. And oh, I tell y'all, with the kind of work we have, it's just one of these things where we sort of make these other little lines in here to do how the swirly does, and just make it so we got good little lines making our way, the same little ones we made in the previous one. I sometimes have my days when I think I'd like to be having my routines and be doing my normal stuff, but today was just a better day for me to try to make videos instead, because I'm still exhausted from where I was out yesterday and what I was out in and what all there was for me to take care of. So just kind of resting in with all that I have to deal with. And sometimes, just sometimes, getting a lot of nice things said about your work, but it gets a little hard when you just don't get any sales. And there are just times when I get out in certain months and just kind of have to look forward to things the best I can. I do know for one thing that I don't know exactly how it's going to be with the autism walk this year. Already filled out a form, already emailed it to the lady in charge, but haven't heard anything back yet, so don't even know if I'll be doing it this year yet. So have a lot to really find out and know ahead of time when things are going to be. So sometimes you can't always just know things in advance. So you just never know how anybody's schedule or life is going to be when things are just changing a bit by the years. So I think we're going to kind of make a little line here in these squirrels that will separate the two hands while we go about it. Make that little special line that works its little ways in there. And I say that, you know, it would be so interesting these days just to kind of, maybe I say, get out in some other places, maybe in other parts of the country and other parts of the world where might be able to do some crafting shows. But it always does a little good when you even have so much as, let's say, some people who might even be in other parts of the world just doing so much as watching you online and seeing what you do. Some things it's just hard to get people's attention while you're doing, and you know, it's like there are those in life who you see that they kind of probably make a whole lot more and do a whole lot more. Some people might be more interested in their work and what they do, or whatever their own talent or ability is. So I say we kind of got the ears right out here. Just a good way for them to be when it'll come down to it. So I say just probably like kind of make little areas here where we kind of cut out little places to sort of make out other little parts of the squirrel that are going to be so neat and big and cute and cool. And I say just putting our little times and efforts into little works we have of little squirrely pets, and oh, I'd say little awkward business to do. I tell y'all, just kind of when times come and go, when we shall just make things a little neater and specialer, and come down to the point where we just kind of have nice work laid right up in our hands, and come down to it, we just make the little legs and feet. I think we're just going to do a little place in the middle between the two hind legs where we make the two little sections for the feet. Kind of work a little ways on that, make a little line in there or two just to kind of put the little things in place. Make two little feet there. I say kind of work like it does. And one little error we have here is that a little piece of wood just chipped off the hind foot here, so put it back in place. I'd also like to tell you all that there's a place here in Lexington called McLeod's Coffee Shop, and if you ever check my Facebook page, you will notice I have been making some posts about them. I don't know the specifics, don't know the need. I don't really go there as often as I used to, but it has been a good place for me whenever I did frequent there as much as I did. And right now is kind of a time when they've had a really slow summer and kind of have a financial need right now. So if I can remember it after I upload the videos, I might actually leave a little link to them in the comments, maybe to their Facebook page or something, so you'll kind of know what to do. But they are a special cause. They provide jobs for like 30 employees who have special needs, and it is just a good place for people to come and hang out and talk to each other and I mean, whenever I kind of felt like I needed places to socialize in life, it was good for me. I have more business to take care of these days, so I don't really get as much time to go and hang out there like I used to, but would just like to say that if you live close enough by, I'd like for you to consider going there, maybe giving them some business. And to that matter, they even have a special thing online that will allow you to donate to their ministry and to their cause. I would really like it if you would do that as well. Probably try to help them out in a financial way. I say since we kind of got these feet back together, we can kind of make more little cuts in this. Try to find a way to. Oops, I tell you, we just lost the foot again. And kind of got to get it back in its own little place again. So I don't know what's going on here, but it's actually getting to be a big mess to take care of. I say one thing for sure, that this has got to be the foot. It's the piece that has the glue on it. So this is another thing we might have to give a little time to dry the glue on in between videos again when we come back to another little stopping point, I say, and kind of get this little spot back in its own little place again. And you all may even notice that it's like I've got family upstairs sleeping, so not much doing right now, and taking care of little things like this, these matters that come in our freaking hands and give us little something to do. I say that might just be a little time, maybe remove the glove, take a little place in there where we put this little chip back in place into the foot. It gets to be a terrible amount of work to do. It can be hard for us to do. I mean, you know, we have to take care of this before we can carve the rest of the leg like we did to this one here. And kind of, like we say, sometimes it sticks to your fingers a little bit. I have really strong fingers and really long, slender ones, so it's easy for me to kind of get my fingers around all this and get it right into the place it needs to be. And I tell you, these long, slick, thin, slender fingers like I have, neither one of my parents have them, so kind of interesting that I do. They say they don't know where I got it from, but I tell y'all that there's little work we'll take along here, and maybe work a little more along this other one as well. In addition to what we've already done, we've already done some stuff around flat planing the sides of the tail, but kind of got to do a little step further in doing the little tail here, and the kind of work that we take right into the piece and all. And I say just kind of work a little ways in, make it so we just got, oh, the kind of work that shall measure us up to being a good way we be. Oh, and I tell y'all, just one little bit of work after another, we can kind of get this right into place where we see just a mighty work being made. Just as of this time, just getting the way right in where we sort of get things together, making a little place where we sort of put in a little chipping and gardening and carving of nature in place. Maybe we'll come back and finish the other one in a future video, but it's just got places on it that don't come out good, and it's almost time to end. So I want to thank you all for coming on again and for watching my video. Hope many more of you all will subscribe, share these videos to your channels and your social media to introduce people to a whole lot more of this work. I'm thankful that I even get a few subscribers each time, and as they come, thank you all so much. Always keep in touch, always. Thank you again. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you in the next video. Stay tuned.